I want you to feel this deep truth in your heart. Things are moving faster than you realize, and everything is working out for you. The currents of life are aligning in ways unseen, and the moment you've been waiting for is closer than ever. The universe, the unseen power within you, is orchestrating every detail for your highest good. Even if it doesn't seem obvious now, the signs are everywhere, silently confirming that your breakthrough is near. Imagine the life you desire as if it has already arrived. Feel it in your mind, see it clearly, and live with that sense of fulfillment now. The mind is the builder, and reality is merely the reflection of your inner state. When you hold the feeling of your desire already accomplished, the outer world cannot help but respond. Doubt may whisper, impatience may try to creep in, but know that these are distractions. The key is to remain steadfast in your inner conviction. Notice the small miracles happening around you: an unexpected call, a sudden opportunity, a conversation that shifts everything. These are not coincidences. They are confirmations that your reality is changing, that your desired outcome is drawing near. Pay attention to them. Acknowledge them. Let them remind you that you are on the right path. Act, but act from inspired assurance, not from fear or desperation. Every step you take in faith strengthens the movement of life toward you. Sometimes the smallest actions, taken with confidence, have the greatest impact. Trust your intuition. It is your guide through the unseen currents shaping your reality. Know this: something big is coming, bigger than your plans, bigger than your expectations. The moment you have prepared for is approaching, and the universe is ready to deliver it in ways you may not yet imagine. Stay ready, stay aware, and maintain your inner sense of fulfillment. The faster you embrace this feeling, the faster life will respond. Everything is working out, everything is moving, and very soon you will look back and marvel at how swiftly, how perfectly everything aligned to bring you the reality you have long imagined. Everything in your life is already moving toward the fulfillment of your desires. Even if your outer circumstances appear chaotic or uncertain, there is a perfect order operating behind the scenes, guiding every event, every encounter, and every moment toward what you have imagined. The universe, or the creative power within you, is never idle. It is always working, always orchestrating, always aligning. Nothing happens by accident. Every person you meet, every opportunity that appears, every challenge you face is part of a larger, invisible design that is working for your highest good. When you understand this, you realize that there is no need to push or force things to happen. The power that has placed your desire in your heart is already ensuring that it is in motion. You must learn to trust this unseen orchestration. Your imagination is the key to this trust. When you hold a clear vision of what you want, when you feel the reality of it as if it is already present, you are aligning yourself with the natural flow that brings it into manifestation. Doubts and fears are simply signals that you are looking at the outer world instead of the inner truth. The outer world is slow to reflect what is already accomplished in the mind, but it cannot resist the persistence of a living imagination. What you see with your mind's eye, what you feel in your heart, is already real. The forces of life have begun to adjust, to bend, and to shape circumstances in accordance with that reality. Consider for a moment how often life has worked this way without you even noticing. Opportunities arrived at the perfect time. People appeared exactly when you needed them, and solutions emerged just when things seemed impossible. These are not random coincidences. They are evidence of the alignment that is always taking place. The universe responds to the state of consciousness when you maintain the feeling of fulfillment, when you believe without hesitation that your desire is already yours. The world conforms to that inner certainty. Every event, every encounter, every turn of fortune is part of a larger tapestry, weaving itself in perfect harmony with your imagination. The key is to stop resisting, to stop trying to control the how of things, and to embrace the faith that everything is already aligned. Release anxiety, impatience, and worry, for these are distractions from the creative power that is working tirelessly on your behalf. Instead, rest in the assurance that your desire is in motion, that every unseen force is contributing to its fulfillment. Hold the vision, feel it as real, and trust that the unfolding is perfect. Life does not hurry, yet everything is moving faster than you realize. What you have called into existence is already on its way, and the alignment that is occurring now is setting the stage for a manifestation so perfect that it will surpass all expectations. To assume the feeling of fulfillment is to step into a reality that does not yet exist in your physical world, but already exists in your imagination. The mind is the creative force, and the world outside is merely a reflection of your inner state. When you live as if your desire has already been realized, you set into motion a process that draws that reality into your experience. It is not enough to wish, hope, or dream about your breakthrough. You must embody it fully in every thought, every emotion, and every action. See yourself living the life you desire. Feel the joy, the relief, the excitement, and the peace that come with its fulfillment. Let that feeling permeate your being so completely that there is no doubt it is already yours. Many people make the mistake of waiting for external proof before allowing themselves to feel success, happiness, or abundance. They look at their circumstances and say, I cannot feel fulfilled until this happens, not realizing that it is the reverse. The feeling must come first. Your breakthrough is drawn to the state of consciousness you inhabit. By assuming the feeling of fulfillment now, you are planting a seed that the universe cannot ignore. Every thought, every image, every emotion aligned with that fulfillment is a signal to life that this reality is not hypothetical, it is already fact. Visualization alone is not enough, it must be accompanied by genuine emotion. Emotion is the fuel that powers creation. When you truly feel the reality of your desire, your vibration aligns with it, and the outer world begins to adjust. Circumstances, people, and events begin to converge to match the inner state you have assumed. It is a natural law. The outer world always conforms to the dominant feeling within. By feeling your breakthrough is already accomplished, you create a magnetic pull that draws it closer, and obstacles lose their power over you because you are no longer defined by them. Living in this fulfilled state does not mean ignoring the present or denying challenges. It means acknowledging where you are while holding firmly to where you are going. You act in the world from a place of confidence, assurance, and inner satisfaction rather than fear, doubt, or desperation. Your actions become inspired, and opportunities that align with your assumed state appear effortlessly. People, situations, and even time itself begin to work in your favor. The key is persistence. Your breakthrough may not appear overnight, but the longer you dwell in the state of fulfillment, the faster life aligns to mirror it. Make it real in your imagination each day, feel it deeply, and carry it with you in every interaction, every decision, every thought. In doing so, you create a vibrational reality that cannot be denied. The world will bend, circumstances will shift, and very soon the life you have assumed will manifest naturally and perfectly, just as if it had always been yours. To release doubt and resistance is to surrender fully to the creative process that is already at work in your life. Fear, impatience, and the compulsive desire to control the how of things are the greatest obstacles to manifestation. They create a tension between your inner reality and the outer world, and as long as you hold on to them, you slow the natural flow of life. Your breakthrough is not dependent on your efforts to manipulate circumstances, it is dependent on your inner state, on the faith and certainty that what you have imagined is already real. When you let go of resistance, you align with the invisible forces that are tirelessly working on your behalf. Doubt is the voice of the senses, the part of you that looks at the present moment and declares, "It is not yet here, therefore it cannot be." Resistance is the push against the natural current, a stubborn insistence that things must unfold in your timing or according to your plan. Both are illusions, and both are born of a misunderstanding of the creative power within you. What is coming to you cannot be hindered by your outer circumstances. Your desires are already set in motion in the unseen realm, and no amount of worry, frustration, or overthinking can alter their trajectory. The key is to trust, wholly and without reservation, that life is working in perfect order to bring you what you have imagined. Impatience is often the disguise of doubt. When you feel anxious or restless because your desire has not yet appeared, you are signaling to yourself that you do not fully believe it is possible. Yet the truth is that manifestation has its own timing, perfectly synchronized with your readiness to receive it. By letting go of impatience, you release the tension that blocks your flow, and you open yourself to the effortless unfolding of what is already destined for you. Life is infinitely intelligent. It knows the precise moment, the perfect circumstances, and the right sequence of events to deliver your desire in the most powerful and harmonious way. Letting go of control does not mean inaction. It means action from a state of inner assurance rather than from anxiety or fear. You act with inspired guidance, taking steps that feel natural and confident rather than forcing outcomes that resist your current circumstances. Each act, taken from trust, from faith, from certainty, strengthens the alignment between your inner reality and the outer world. The moment you release doubt and resistance, you experience a profound freedom. You are no longer tethered to the limitations of what is visible. You begin to sense the invisible currents moving on your behalf, guiding people, situations, and opportunities into perfect alignment. Your desires flow toward you as effortlessly as rivers flow to the sea. The universe does not compete with resistance. It mirrors your state of consciousness. Hold steadfast in faith. Let go of fear and know with unwavering certainty that what you have imagined is already real. Your breakthrough is inevitable, and nothing in the outer world can prevent it from arriving in perfect order and timing. The universe is constantly speaking to you, sending messages and confirmations in ways that may seem subtle or even coincidental. These synchronicities, signs, unexpected opportunities, timely encounters, and meaningful coincidences are not random. They are the language of your imagination made visible in the world around you. As you study, as you read, as you talk, you should learn every time a door opens unexpectedly, every time someone appears at the right moment, every time a circumstance unfolds with perfect timing, it is a signal that your desire is drawing near. These events are confirmations that the unseen forces orchestrating your life are working in perfect harmony to bring your vision into manifestation. To recognize these synchronicities, you must first become aware and attentive. Life often passes by in a blur of activity, and without awareness, the messages of the universe go unnoticed. Pay attention to patterns, repetitions, and moments that stir your heart or mind. A phone call, an article, a conversation, or even a fleeting thought may carry profound meaning if you are present enough to notice it. Every synchronistic event is a reminder that your inner state, your assumption, your belief, your imagined reality is already influencing the outer world. The world is responding to the feeling and conviction you hold in your mind. Acknowledging these signs is as important as noticing them. When you see a confirmation, recognize it, embrace it, and allow it to strengthen your belief in what is coming. Gratitude amplifies the effect of synchronicities. The more you appreciate these signs, the more you attract experiences that align with your desired reality. Synchronicities are not just hints, they are tangible proof that your inner assumption is effective, that your inner assumption is taking shape in the outer world. They provide reassurance, fuel confidence, and remind you to stay aligned with the feeling of fulfillment you seek. Sometimes synchronicities arrive in subtle ways, almost imperceptibly, through shifts in your thinking or changes in the people around you. Other times they appear dramatically, through opportunities or encounters that seem to happen by chance, but carry extraordinary significance. The key is to trust the intelligence behind these occurrences. Life is intelligent, and it conspires to deliver your desires in the most perfect way. Nothing is wasted. Every event, every coincidence, every encounter is a piece of the larger puzzle, guiding you closer to the reality you have imagined. When you cultivate the habit of recognizing synchronicities, you begin to notice how aligned everything already is. You start to see a pattern in what once seemed random. You begin to trust life more deeply, knowing that nothing is happening by accident and that all circumstances are contributing to the fulfillment of your desire. Each sign becomes a confirmation, each coincidence a gentle nudge, and each opportunity a bridge connecting you to what you have imagined. Life is not chaotic. It is a reflection of the state of your consciousness. The more you pay attention, the more confirmations appear, and the closer your breakthrough comes to you. By recognizing and acknowledging these synchronicities, you strengthen your alignment, deepen your faith, and accelerate the arrival of your desire. Life is moving in your favor, and the signs are everywhere. You only need to see them. To act from inspired assurance is to step into life guided by confidence, intuition, and inner knowing rather than fear, doubt, or anxiety. Most people take action from a place of restlessness, worry, or desperation, hoping to force outcomes or control circumstances. But this type of action is ineffective because it is disconnected from the creative power within. true action, the kind that aligns with the forces moving in your favor, comes from inspiration. The subtle, compelling inner guidance that tells you exactly when, where, and how to move. When you act from this state, every step you take becomes a catalyst for your desires, accelerating their manifestation in ways you may not even anticipate. Inspired assurance begins with trust. You must trust that the universe is already working on your behalf and that your desire is unfolding perfectly, whether or not you see immediate results. When you take action from this trust, it carries a magnetic quality. People, circumstances, and opportunities respond effortlessly to your confidence-centered energy. Even small, seemingly ordinary steps, when taken from this state, have extraordinary power. Each action lined with your inner conviction sends a signal to the world that your desire is real and inevitable. The more consistently you act from this state, the faster life aligns to support you. The effort. It is essential to distinguish between true inspiration and impulsive or reactive behavior. Impulsive actions are often born of anxiety, impatience, or external pressure, and they rarely produce the results you want. Inspired actions, on the other hand, feel natural, clear, and effortless. They may be small and subtle, a conversation initiated, a message sent, an opportunity pursued, but they carry the energy of certainty and assurance. Even a single step taken with inner confidence can set off a chain of events that propels you closer to your desired reality. Acting from inspired assurance also requires attentiveness. The universe communicates constantly through ideas, nudges, and subtle signals. When you remain present and open, you recognize the exact moment to act. Hesitation or overthinking can block these moments, delaying the manifestation of your desires. By responding promptly to inspiration, you demonstrate faith in the unseen forces guiding you and reinforce the alignment between your inner state and outer reality. Each inspired step strengthens this connection, creating momentum that cannot be stopped. The quality of your action is far more important than quantity. You do not need to exhaust yourself with frantic efforts or overcomplicated plans. What matters is that each action comes from a place of inner certainty, aligned with the feeling of fulfillment you have already assumed. When you combine consistent, inspired action with unwavering belief, life responds with remarkable speed and precision. Doors open that were previously hidden, opportunities appear exactly when needed, and people align themselves with your vision. Acting from inspired assurance is not just a technique, it is a state of being. It is living with confidence, trust, and inner harmony while moving through the world. The more you cultivate this state, the more effortless your progress becomes, and the closer you come to the reality you have imagined. Step forward with faith, act when inspired, and watch as life conspires in your favor, accelerating the arrival of everything you desire. To expect the extraordinary is to cultivate a consciousness that reaches beyond the limits of your current understanding and imagination. Most people set their sights on what seems reasonable, what feels attainable, or what the circumstances suggest is possible. Yet life rarely honors modest expectations. The universe operates on a scale far greater than the limitations you perceive. When you know in your heart that something big, unprecedented, and magnificent is approaching, you open yourself to receive in ways that ordinary expectation cannot allow. Your imagination is the gateway to this extraordinary reality, and your readiness to embrace it becomes the magnet that draws it toward you. Expecting the extraordinary begins with the belief that life is abundant and generous, that there are infinite possibilities awaiting your recognition. You are not merely waiting for a small improvement or a gradual change. You are claiming the reality that exceeds what you can currently see or plan. By focusing on this awareness, you align yourself with a higher frequency of manifestation, a state of being that resonates with the magnitude of your desire. The universe responds not to small, hesitant expectations, but to the boldness of those who assume greatness is already theirs. Your readiness is the secret that amplifies manifestation. It is not enough to desire something extraordinary. You must also prepare your mind, heart, and consciousness to receive it fully. Let go of limiting beliefs, doubts, or fears that diminish your capacity to accept greatness. Cultivate a sense of inner abundance, a feeling that what is coming is not only possible but inevitable. When you maintain this inner state, opportunities, people, and circumstances begin to shift to reflect the magnitude of your expectation. Life conspires to bring to you what you are ready to embrace. Expecting the extraordinary also requires living with an inner certainty that your breakthrough is imminent. Visualize it, feel it, and carry it as a reality in your imagination. The mind does not distinguish between the imagined and the experienced when the feeling is real. When you inhabit the state of having already received, the extraordinary becomes inevitable. Even events that seem ordinary begin to reveal hidden potential. Coincidences align in perfect timing, and doors that once seemed closed swing wide. Expecting the extraordinary expands your perception of possibility. It dissolves the boundaries that the world imposes and liberates you from the limitations of circumstance. Challenges no longer intimidate you because you perceive them as stepping stones rather than obstacles. You approach life with a sense of wonder and openness, ready to receive the blessings and breakthroughs that exceed your expectations. Every thought, every feeling, and every action that aligns with this expectation accelerates its manifestation. To expect the extraordinary is to claim your highest potential. It is to declare to life and to yourself that you are worthy of miracles, of sudden breakthroughs, and of remarkable success. The larger your expectation, the more life responds, for the universe always mirrors the boldness of your imagination. Hold this expectation firmly, feel it deeply, and live as if the extraordinary has already arrived. And you will witness a reality that surpasses all that you have imagined. As we draw to the close of this message, remember that everything is moving in your favor. Life is aligning perfectly, and the unseen forces are orchestrating every detail to bring your desires into reality. Trust in the process, assume the feeling of fulfillment, release doubt and resistance, recognize the signs around you, act from inspired assurance, and expect the extraordinary. Your breakthrough is not only possible, it is inevitable. The moment you have imagined is already on its way, and very soon you will witness the perfect unfolding of your vision. Stay ready, stay aligned, and embrace the magnificent reality that awaits you. Thank you.